Hello, Countryside Landscape Services and Design. This is Joel from JND SEO. We talked on the phone earlier today. I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. And I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine. So I'll try to make this as quick as possible. If at the end of this video you guys are interested in hearing more information and you can tell that I have some great ideas to build your online business, then reach out. We'll set up a time to talk a little more, see if it's a good fit. If not, take these tips that I give you and you guys can use them yourself. All right, so the first thing we'll talk about today is content. And you can see I'm on your page, Countryside Landscape and .net. And the first thing I would say is your page looks good. You do have a good amount of content. I would typically recommend putting a little more. I do like that you have, this is really nice that you guys have this section with all of your services. And I would recommend having a little more content. We typically recommend having closer to 1,500 words. And the reason we like that many words is so that we can put more keywords in that allow you to be searched by those. So if we did a Google search here, Landscaping Williamstown MA, where you guys are located, normally you would see some ads. I don't think anyone's paying for them in your area. So we'll just go right to the second part, which is the map section. And what you're going to see is the top 3 results are what show in kind of the preview screen here. And these are based on citations. And you guys are the second one here. So awesome job, guys. It's really huge to get on there. You must have some good citations. So citations are anywhere on the internet where your business name, address, and phone number are listed. I would just say that you can get these listed on pretty much any directory site, Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, but not all directories are created equal. Make sure if you use a directory that you're listed in one that's relevant to your industry. If it's unrelated, it will not give you the same amount of power. So the next thing we'll talk about is the kind of organic results. So you guys show up number 1 in the organic section, which shows us the actual companies and their websites. So awesome job. That is very good. Then you have a competitor, and then I think you have a Yelp, which is a directory, and then a Facebook page. All right, so what I'm going to do next is I took your website address and I put it into this program we use called Eris. And this kind of tells me what's going on with your site. So I can see right now that you guys do have some local trust right now in your area, and you do need a little more power, it looks like. And if you think of the internet as kind of a popularity contest, whoever has the most votes is going to get the most attention or the most visitors in this case. And for a business, that translates obviously to customers. So right now you have 43 referring domains sending you back about 810 links back to your site. You guys have about 404 keywords that you're being found for on searches now. And that's driving about 173 visitors to your site per month. So those are pretty good numbers. Let's take a look at what you're being found for right now, what keywords. And we can kind of find out where most of that traffic's coming from. All right, so you guys, Countryside Landscape, that's your name. Obviously, you want to be found for your own name. That's going to help you keep customers that you already have. And it's going to help you, any potentially referring customers, if they just told them a name, you want them to be able to find you. So for Countryside Landscape, there's 300 people searching that, and you guys are number 1. So that's awesome. You're the first one that shows up, which is exactly what you want. And we already know that if we type in Landscaping Williamstown MA, you should also be number 1. So we'll see if that's on here in a second. Now, Countrywide Landscape, slightly different, a typo potentially. 500 people are searching that, and you guys are number 8 for that one. Again, it's not your actual name, not as important as having your actual Countryside Landscape spelled correctly. However, it does bring in additional traffic. And let's see, let's look at a few more. We have Countryside Landscape, that's the same. Countryside Landscaping, so a slight variation, that brings another 250. And you guys are number 4 on that list. So you can see right here alone, this is a good chunk of volume. It's a little over 1,000, about 1,250, maybe 13. And that right there is a good chunk of the traffic that you're seeing because you're getting a portion of that. Probably not as much for such as Countryside because you're number 8. And maybe not quite as much for Countryside Landscaping because you're 4 instead of 1, 2, or 3. So ideally, you definitely want to be on the first page, which you are for all of these, and being in the top 3 would be even stronger. So let's see, countryside landscape, Williamstown, slightly different than what we put in before, but 20 people searching that. Number 1, excellent job, guys. These are the really important ones here because they're specific to a location that you actually service. So if somebody calls these, you know that they actually want your services and it's someone you can help. It's not a tire kicker. So 20 people searching this. You're number 1. Great job. All right, so you guys do have a couple, though, like loam and seed. And this one is going to be a little bit more of a national search. And so even though you are number 1 and there's 40 people, some of these, they may not be someone in your area that you can actually help. So let's take a look at one of your competitors, Mountain Home Landscape. They were number 2 on the Landscaping Williamstown MA ranking that I did. So if we look at their site, it is a little basic. It definitely needs a lot more content than what you guys have more than them. But if they had added a lot more, they would definitely be a lot stronger. They have 20 referring domains, giving 57 links back. 82 keywords are being found for, and they're getting about 16 people to their site per month. Well, let's just take a quick look at a few of their keywords. Mountain Home Landscaping, so that's their name. Again, important to have that. They're number 2. These are a little bit more national words. They're not specific to your location. Mountain Landscape Ideas. Let's see if they must have a couple good strong ones here that get them up to number 2. Let's see, Bay State Perennial Farm. That sounds like maybe another company. All right, Stop and Shop Williamstown. So not related. So these are not going to give them as strong, and you can see they've actually dropped points on some of these, and that may be why. So definitely they don't have as many search words like you guys have, and that's why you're beating them, because they don't have the specific ones either to their industry and to their location. You really want both. All right, so I hope that opened your guys' eyes maybe a little bit to SEO and showed you some of the things. You guys are doing a pretty good job with your citations and with some of your SEO. You can definitely strengthen it a bit in some of the stronger keywords. You do have a couple more national or related to your name. You could tighten that up a little bit and drive even more site and really dominate the competition. If you guys are interested in hearing some more, this is my phone number. Reach out. We can set up a time to talk again, see if it's even a good fit to begin with, and see how your kind of goals for your company line up. And if not, guys, feel free to take these tips yourself and feel free to apply them. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.